Yeah.
I think you're not part of the band. Don't
Senku,
do it.
Senku Band, they are accompanying Walasi this morning, right? Francis will be excited. We're all ready for it. We'll have to do the newspapers.
Yeah, we are.
How are you?
Oh, I'm
You
good.
look
I mean,
good. On TV, you look good.
I know that's what you would say. So
Yeah,
TV,
only physically you look like you're stressed.
Yeah, so TV says thank you.
Yeah.
So let's do the newspapers.
But it's the birthday of Elon Peggy Amebo. It's from your dad, Frank Amebo of Bost. You know.
Yeah.
And we want to say that
Happy
enjoy your birthday. And know that we all love you.
So from Uncle Roland and Auntie Mama V to you.
Well, I haven't finished. One more.
Oh.
And Flora.
Why are you looking at me like the name is in my face?
Flora Combat. You know,
your
wife. Yeah, you live in Boku. Good morning to you as well.
Immigration.
You work with the Ghana Immigration Border. You're posted.
We have Ghana Immigration Border.
To the Missiga Border, Ghana Immigration Service. All right,
let's do the newspapers on a Friday. This is the last Friday that you would see in 2019 in November.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the last one.
Yeah, tomorrow is 30th, right?
Yeah, man. And then December. Okay. Yeah. So let's do the newspapers. I will start with the Daily Graphic newspaper, front page of the Graphic. Afrobarometer reports, well, details of that report that's been making headlines in recent days. 59% road infrastructure. Well, the number one, the topmost priority for Ghanaians really is roads, but 39% unemployment, so 39% jobless, education is 38%, 27% health. So all road infrastructure developments are the most pressing need that Ghanaians want the government to immediately address. For the first time since 2002, road infrastructure topped the list of citizens' priority needs, beating unemployment, which had dominated the list in all those years. And according to the report, 6 in 10 Ghanaians, or 59%, said roads were the topmost of the 3 priority areas they wanted the government to immediately address. So a breakdown of the Afrobarometer report in the paper today. If you go to page 3, it is also telling you about what is contained in the budget in terms of these priority areas, government's commitment. So you can take a look at it in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Well, Ghana's module of democracy, economic growth, according to Italian Premier. Well, on the front page, he's with President Akufo-Addo. There's a photograph of them as he visited the Jubilee House. Ghana publishing to begin security printing. Research fund to go up. Moves from 0.25% to 2.5% GDP. That story is on page 16. I wish I could give a better understanding of it. Page 16, here we go. So it says the cabinet has given approval for the Research Development Fund to be increased from 0.25% to 1% of gross domestic products in the short to medium term. The Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Professor Kwabena Frimpong-Boateng, who made this known yesterday, said the fund would further be increased to 2.5% of the GDP in the long term. So the rest of it in the paper. Center spread of the paper. Here we go. Preserve, protect Ghana's image. President urges diasporans. And the President's Akufo-Addo has urged Africans in the diaspora who have gained Ghanaian citizenship to preserve and promote the image of the country, which is considered the most stable on the African continent. He said Ghana was also the beacon of democracy in Africa, governed by the rule of law, and had respect for individual liberties, human rights, and accountability. President further urged them to respect and abide by the laws of the country and to live in accordance with the tenets of the Constitution. He made a call at a ceremony at which members of the African diaspora community swore oaths of allegiance as citizens of Ghana at the Jubilee House in Accra last Wednesday. There are people who actually live in that other life who want to be Ghanaians also. And we know there are many in our country who so badly also want to lay their hands and be called citizens of other nations. It's interesting, isn't it? Chief Justice initiates processes to merge lower courts. Also another story in the center spread of the paper. It says the Judicial Service has begun a process to merge lower courts in the country by making district and circuit courts operate under the same jurisdiction. The Chief Justice, Justice Sophia Akufo, who made this known in Accra yesterday, said a draft bill for the proposed merger had already been sent to the presidency for executive consideration. She explained, according to the story, that the measure would help provide effective judicial services for people in remote areas and small business owners who often had to resort to the high courts located in the regional capitals. Research into food safety in urban cities begins. A 3-year research project into food safety in selected cities in the country has started in Accra. The research is being undertaken simultaneously in major markets in Accra, Kumasi, and Tamale. The project, which is being replicated in South Africa and Uganda, is aimed at understanding what motivates people to make the choices that they make when selecting a particular food or vegetable in markets in urban centers. It will be interesting to see the outcome of this research. What motivates me to go for a particular type of vegetable?
Yeah.
Back page of the Daily Graphic, works on bulk power supply points progressing steadily. AMA presents speed detection devices to police is also another story on the back page of the Daily Graphic. So let's do the Ghanaian Times, front page of the Times now. Opoko Prempeh card sold for construction of multi-purpose twin tower and 2 hotels for UPSA. Ghana Italy sign Defense Cooperation Pact as President receives Italian Premier. Ghana Water Company Limited terminates contracts with Soft Tribe. Gridco demands $30 million debts from Valco. Threatens to disconnect power by December 30. I'll be like after the main Christmas. I mean, if they want this to be really felt, it should be within the festivities. It should be like 23rd of December.
Because, you
30th of December.
You have to hit the new rights on the head. You make hay while the sun shines.
Where it hits the most. Yeah. You won't see another Christmas until after a long while.
Or even if let's say we're having a tournament or something of the sort, then you could quickly do with it.
Exactly. So. But 30th, even all the games, like the Premier League games, the crucial games would have been played.
Yeah, because they'll play some...
Charlie Grico, look at your timetable again. As for this 30th, okay, all right, let's do the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Results of CDD September-October 2019 research. More than half of Ghanaians hopeful things will get better. 51% think the economy is being well managed as well. Also, Deputy Defense Minister, and this has nothing to do with the research, Deputy Defense Minister lied about me regarding Volta separatists, according to former President Jerry John Rawlings.
It's a formal statement that has been issued in that regard as well.
Freddie Blair on the Akufo-Addo and 2020 elections. You might want to check it out. Manasseh's book launched as well. All right, let's do the Finder. Front page of the Finder. Soft Tribe causing Ghana Water Company Limited losses through wrong tariffs, non-functioning e-readers, etc. According to the managing director of the company. This was in the press conference. We brought you that in detail in the news a while ago, but I guess after these revelations and the allegations, we will hear from Soft Tribe again. ADB to benefit from $500 million Green Climate Fund. Ghana gives citizenship to 126 Africans from the diaspora. President honors memory of 8 fallen police personnel. To the Daily Statesman newspaper, the last paper for me. Ghana Italy signed defense cooperation agreements. NDC JDM cornered in legacy challenge. And that legacy is in quote. NPP says legacy is not about building DCE's bungalows. Mahama implicated in Ghana Water Company Limited Soft Tribe controversy. All right, that's it for the Daily Statesman, at least what's on the front page of the paper today.
Okay, so let me start with a new publisher. The new publisher has on the front page 38,000 BEC candidates back to JHS3. Economy wrong direction, according to report. Ken Oforiatta pictured in there. Nobody can close my church. Reverend Obofuo dares government. I haven't spoken on Western Togolanders yet. Rawlins. Let's go to there. There was a statement that was published or circulated in the media from his office subsequently. Let's go to the Weekend Today. The Weekend Today has captioned, government agencies' debt of some 2.4 billion Ghana cedis enough to pay Gold Coast and GN savings customers. And we know why this is being said. You know, they've appointed a receiver subsequently for the two companies, and well, we also know that Group Indum, or the shareholders of the defunct bank, are in court currently, so it led to a certain impasse. GWCL breaks silence on termination of soft tribe contracts. He has an inserted picture of Dr. Clifford Brimer, Managing Director of Ghana Water Company Limited. We saw him in the news making his case there for the company. The back page, Stars move up 4 places in latest FIFA rankings, and other sports stories are also there. Arsenal,
Black Stars.
Because I think we play 2 qualifiers and we won those matches. So, the Daily Guide. The Daily Guide has on the front page, NPP will push NDC to stop insults with sharp teeth. And an economic advisor in the office of the Vice President, Dr. Gideon Boako, is quoted in the story as saying that the NDC needed to come to the table with comprehensive solutions as well, so that the economy could spur forward as it is. Italy Prime Minister in town. We have Giuseppe Conte meeting the President of our Republic at the Jubilee House. And that picture of a handshake is there. Teacher rapes a senior high school student in Tamale. Already, it's being published by the Daily Guide that 126 diasporans, now Ghanaians, that is people of African descent living either in the US or elsewhere, in Europe and the Caribbean.
They have like dual nationality now.
Yeah, they're also Ghanaian citizens. Usually, many of them are a bit old. So after collecting the pension, you come enjoy. $1 on na every. So Ghana see we chop. Trade Minister.
It's not about the money. I mean,
yeah, it's not about the money. I mean, we have peace, the organic food, and all that.
They feel they belong here. You know, they feel.
We're not disputing.
A lot of tracing and a lot of finding
of the ancestral roots.
Yeah, but also there's this connecting. You know, they feel connected to the country.
True.
Yeah.
But my argument
I've
also
listened to very young people who have also relocated to Ghana.
Yeah, in the picture you find a couple of youngsters in there. Well,
I mean, it takes a lot to find yourself.
Yeah,
it takes
true.
a lot to find yourself.
And especially if you get to know how the blacks are treated elsewhere, especially in the US, as they complain with their groupings.
You know,
they would want to.
I spent a bit of time with Fuse ODG, and he said, you know, when you're here, if somebody doesn't like you, then it means they don't like you. But it's not like they don't like you because of your color. You know, and I just reflecting on that alone, that's a big deal. Can't imagine how that would feel like if I lived in a society where I know people simply don't like me because of my color.
Then it becomes
Charlie, that would hurt bad.
Yeah, but even here we're still tribalistic.
But you see, when you're walking on the streets, it's not because
you can be walking and just somebody asks your name and just doesn't like you because it's pure discrimination is everywhere. I mean that's my rebuttal argument.
But this is different. This is how would they even know that you are Ever or you are Fanti or you're whatever it is?
No, I'm only telling you.
And when people see you, they won't ask you your name before they do anything. But somebody just seen you keke. your sites, Charlie, is different.
Don't
do equalization.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm only saying
Thank you.
All right. So the Daily Guide has the last one. What Trade Minister was German investors. So Mama Via was saying, okay. Back page of the Daily
Guide.
Like
to lose debate, I know.
No. Oh, look at you.
This is not even a debate. This is just a conversation.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to. Why it's okay. Daily Guide back page full of sport. The Daily Guide sport says Man United get Ghanaian defender boost. What boy? You want? Well, Man United don't want to buy this player. Mohamed Salisu. And the Putters takes top sport in Caesars Court Mini Golf League. All exciting sporting stories there. The Ghanaian Observer has a story. Ghana Publishing Company resurrects under MPP as management unveils new state-of-the-art production unit. That's a good one. Has the MD as David Asante. Ghana-Italy signed Memorandum of Understanding on Defense Cooperation. Baumia's legacy question. NDC is running away, according to the MPP. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia went up north and said that if you look at John Dramani Mahama as president for 4 years, vice president 4 years prior, had done nothing, no legacy to show in northern Ghana, knowing that he comes from northern Ghana. Akufo-Addo honors fallen police officers, also on the front page of the Ghanaian Observer. Akufo-Addo also confers Ghanaian citizenship on 126 diasporans. Some of the words, you won't find them in the dictionary or Google. We conceptualize some of the words, so it's English, Charlie. Brofo. Ghana Water Company Limited also hits back over Soft Tribe software saga, and this doesn't look like we'll go away. Monday will be hot. The Gold Street business has on the front page, multi-billion-dollar local investment opportunity opens up through new railway local content policy. Good morning to you, Mr. Joe Gatti, Railway Minister. And this one will interest you. Telecom industry contributes 2.2 billion Ghana cedi tax in 2018. And we know that this is on the back of a statement as well as some contributions by the CEO of the Telecom Chamber, Ken Ashigbe, to debate following the Communication Minister's proposal that she will propose to the Finance Minister to see whether they could make the telecommunication company pay some taxes on what they earn. You know.
All right, we've got a minute left. Let's do myjoyonline.com.
No, I'm done.
All right, let's do myjoyonline.com.
Myjoyonline.com, straight away. A minute or a second. A second. It's here.
Okay, so on our page, Speaker rejects accusation of visa fraud by UK's High Commission. And you should read the details of this. Speaker really going hard on the John Benjamin-led den leading the High Commission and the accusations they made, remember, involving the MPs. And he actually particularly doesn't like the fraud that was associated, visa fraud to it.
Yeah,
so
there was an
listen
incident.
To the Speaker's reaction to that on myjournline.com. Professor Osei Sibe hails the National Development Bank initiative with caution. HIV infections, 19,000 new cases recorded in 2018, according to the Ghana AIDS Commission. 19,000 new cases. That's a lot. Stanbic Bank celebrates JoyNews journalists who won at the GJA Awards. Well, thank you, Stanbic Bank. Police deny group permits to picket over affirmative action bill. Details there on our page. Feud over whole central market is cause of revenue shortfall, according to the whole municipality.
Municipal Assembly.
Ghana Italy signed MOU on defense cooperation. This story is actually in almost all the newspapers as well. We commit to uninterrupted power supply. Okay, this is so conflicting. Is it that they are committed to uninterrupted power supply? However, they want the monies that those they distribute power supply to what they owe them. Is that it? Yeah. So because we're not directly their customers in terms of the consumer. We're not.
Yeah, but it's a value chain.
It's a value, exactly. So is the VRAs and the independent power producers?
No, Gridco gives directly to the service provider, the distributor. That will be ECG.
Gridco will take from VRA.
Yes,
Gridco and give to ECG.
Gridco will take from VRA and the other power producers, and then they will transmit to the service provider, the distributor.
So they also owe. The ECG owes them.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah. So still, we're not directly their customers.
Yeah. So they also will, going forward, owe the service or the generators, VRA,
the independent power producers,
Asogli, and all that. Yeah. So that's how it goes.
Okay, but that headline is a bit.
Yeah, knowing that they are agitating and at the same time.
Pressure.
Yeah, we just had a blackout the other day, almost countrywide. We're told that it was because there was an overload, too much power. Only in Ghana, man. Ghana they beat. Well,
okay.
We have Walasi.
Roland, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, listen, if you're just joining us, let's explain why we're sitting in this set. Because we have a live band performance today. We want to enjoy them. Walasi recently just launched his album Wala, and he's here live this morning with the band to perform for all of us on the Friday, the very last one in November. We want to make it absolutely memorable.
You keep pressing this last one. It means that December is around the corner. You should be careful how you spend.
Dear AM today, our relationship segment. You want to stay for that, but before that, we have sports. I think there's an issue with the Confederations Cup and the fact that we're trying to merge things because of a certain timetable that we have to fit in. I'm sure Benedict will tell you all about
timelines
it.
are always issues
and what to
African
expect
football
this weekend in terms of the sporting activities. Stay with us.
All right, back.